Hello everyone, so today we're gonna be making some amazing and delicious button round roast. So here is a delicious piece of meat that we're gonna be cooking today, and something special that this recipe is gonna be having. We're gonna have an amazing dragon's milk beer. This is a white dragon's milk beer, one of my favorites. And we're gonna be having also some carrots, some potatoes, celery, and also cilantro. We're gonna be having some mushrooms, also an onion and some bell peppers, and also we will have some delicious fresh garlic. So let's start working on these areas. And remember, always I like to have a nice space, and I like to have a little container for all of the bricks. So let's start peeling this, and let's find our peeler. Here I have the peeler. Let's have a very nice sharp knife. Use that you can have 1 or 2 knives around yourself, the one that is gonna fix you better. So let's start with the carrots, for instance. And now let's cut these areas of the carrots, and then very carefully we're gonna just be working on this area, like try to peel these areas like this, the carrots. And so let's see. Okay, let's move this, and then we're gonna put that into the debris. So let's work on this like this way, very carefully, because we don't wanna cut ourselves. So we're gonna move this way. Now we're gonna cut this area very nicely, and we're gonna start peeling the carrot very beautifully. Okay, we turn it around. And yes, they're gonna be making this delicious recipe. It's been very long time that I use beer to cook. Sometimes I use the Guinness beer, and sometimes I use this one. It's one of my favorite beers to cook, and it tastes really good. Let me tell you, like, you should try. So okay, now that we have this peel, we're gonna use a little container that's close to us, and we put our stuff inside. Okay. So now let's put this back over here. Now let's continue with the potatoes. And with the potatoes again, we have to have like a lot of force right here, and just like keep peeling it. And so sometimes it takes a little bit of practice. I welcome you to practice with the peeler. It really helps, or you can use a knife, if you feel more comfortable using the knife. I like to peel the potatoes, especially for this specific recipe that I'm going to be making. Sometimes, depending on what I'm making, I don't peel the potatoes, but this time I will peel the potato. So let me know what kind of potatoes you like to use. Today, these ones are the ones that I have. These ones are called the Russell potatoes. They're very nice and delicious potatoes. So I have a very nice potato recipe that I learned how to make, like some amazing and delicious hash browns. Well, kind of hash browns. I'm gonna be calling it the potato smash, but it's kind of very good too. And okay, we keep peeling the potato very nicely. And so remember, you have to hold it very strong. Okay. So this is something important when you're cooking. Remember, trying to hold things nicely and strong without hurting yourself and without hurting anybody around you. And we remove every single area that looks kind of funny in the potato. Okay, this one we can use a little knife, and we cut. Okay, so remember, always watch your things before you're gonna start working with them. And our little container, let's take a look. We put all the debris in there. Okay, with the celery, something that I have talked to you guys before is like the celery is already nice and clean. It has like some type of fibers right here, and then you can remove these ones. So some people, they are very delicate in their intestines, and sometimes if you remove this can really help you. So you can see how it looks. And sometimes this can hurt people who they are delicate in their bellies. So it's something that I learned actually reading about it, and also with some other people too. I had learned this area. So I totally recommend to you, if you have like a little bit delicate stomach, so to do it. So now we have done this one. We have done this one. No, we have not done this one before. And you see, it looks like plastic, but it is not plastic. It's just like the fibers. Okay, so now we have those prepared. Okay, let's get a plate for ourselves to put our things. And let's put this plate like around here, close to us. And now let's start cutting these things like this. Okay, you start cutting them. And the beauty about the celery is that it's already kind of small, so just this size is kind of perfect for the celery for us to be able to use it. And this time I'm going to put the recipe is going to be in the slow cook pot that I have. I have my beautiful Instapot pot that I bought not too long ago, and I am in love with my new equipment. So it's very nice and beautiful, very simple to use. And so, okay, after we have this, let's do also our carrots. And the way how I'm going to do the carrots is that we're gonna cut this area right here. We're gonna cut it half, and then we're gonna cut this other half right here. And now, let's start cutting these things like this. This is gonna be very nice and delicious. Okay, now we have these carrots. Now let's keep on working with some more carrots. I love carrots. I think that they are really good and really delicious. I don't know if you guys have ever tried some delicious natural carrot juice. Highly recommend it. It's very good. And so, good. Cutting this like this. Some people, they might have better ideas how to cut these things, but as for right now, I'm cutting it like this, okay? So, because it's gonna be for a long time, it's gonna become very nice and soft when we cook it. Okay, so here we have the carrots. And now let's do this other one. Let's cut it in half. Okay, now let's cut this one like this. Okay, remember, hold the knife very nicely. And we cut it, and go right here like this. Some people that might know how to cut it better, good for you. I cut it this way. So do the way how it suits you better. Always be safe when you cut something. And now the potatoes. Okay, we're gonna cut the potato. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. And now let's do this part right here. And let's cut it in some little squares. It looks kind of nice and organized. And now let's put it right here. Okay, let's do the next one. 1, 2, and some squares. You know, that's really gonna help. And we put it in here. Now we're gonna do this one. 1, 2. And now let's do this part right here. Sometimes it's gonna be a little bit complicated to cut things that are like a little bit round. And this is gonna give a nice, beautiful and creamy taste of what we are going to make. That's the bit about the carrots, so that it gives a nice, beautiful, creamy taste. And you guys are going to enjoy this recipe. I can almost guarantee it. So it's a beautiful day right here in California. It's nice and sunny. Yesterday we have like a little bit of showers, but still be very nice, beautiful day. The nights are becoming a little bit cold, but it's just okay. You know, a nice chocolate fireplace. I think that really helps. So okay, we're almost done with the potatoes. And let's see. Okay, this potato looks so beautiful. I just love how this potato looks like. And now, okay, we have everything in one plate. All these ingredients. So let's do the mushrooms. Let's cut the mushrooms this way like this. You can keep the mushrooms in here for right now. And the mushrooms are going to give a very nice, delicious taste also. I love mushrooms. So They are very delicious. And in English is mushrooms. In Spanish it could be hongos or champiñones, depending on which area you're going to be in. But let me tell you, I do love recipes that has mushrooms. I love the taste of mushrooms. Or when you make the mushrooms with some delicious garlic and olive oil, I think it's amazing. So, and depending on what you're gonna do, what you're gonna make, you can peel the mushrooms also. So, depending on what kind of recipe you're gonna be making too. So they're very nice and washed. Okay. And now, okay, so we are done with the mushrooms. Let's see if they fit back into the little container that we have. Okay, so here we have our beautiful mushrooms. Okay, just take a look. Right here we have our nice freshly chopped mushrooms. Now let's work with the onions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this onion right here. Okay, I'm going to cut it this way. And now I'm going to cut it this way, like this. I'm going to peel it. Okay. So onions are very beautiful too. I just washed the onion also. And I'm going to take this other layer also. I don't feel that I need it. And now it looks very beautiful. Let's use our debris container. Okay. Hey, look how beautiful this looks. Now let's get another plate for our onions. And with the onions, let's do this half first. Something beautiful about the onions is that it has like this little size right here. So something you can do is you hold the onion, okay, and then you're trying to protect it like this. You start cutting it like one with the little size that you have, and then you just keep on cutting it, and then you go this way, and it has already the little squares, and it looks very beautiful. You see? The onion was very easy. Sometimes the onion made me cry. I hope I'm not going to cry. If I cry, it's the onion's fault. Okay, so now let's cut it right here this way. This looks just amazing and perfect. I just love it. Look how beautiful it looks. It looks amazing. So now let's put this onion in a plate. You know, that way we can have everything prepared for when we put it in the pot. There's a lot of onions, but let me tell you, onions are gonna give a nice and delicious taste. So after we have the onions being nice and cut, we are going to start working. Look at how beautiful the onions look. Let's put it on the side. So now let's do our cilantro. Here is our beautiful cilantro. Look at how nice and fresh it looks. So now let's do our cilantro. Let's do this part right here like this. And now let's cut it. Cilantro is going to give a very beautiful and delicious taste also. So this is gonna be just amazing. Okay, now we have this. Let's use a little bit of space from our onion location, just like this. And now let's grab it right here. And look at the colors. Isn't that looks amazing? Okay, so now this looks so beautiful. So nice and fresh. I love the smell of fresh herbs. So something that I have not shown you is my group of fresh herbs that I have right here. Just take a look at this. I have thyme, I have sage, and I have also rosemary in this container. I think that looks very beautiful too. And we're gonna be using some of those herbs too. And now we have also some nice fresh garlic. But first of all, let me taste a little bit of my saffron tea. let's remove this out of the way because we have to work with our garnet. Let's work with this. Now let's put a few garnets right here. And I'm gonna smash the garlic. So take a look at my nice, beautiful garlic smasher. This. Okay. I'm gonna grab a little bit, one more. Some garlic cloves that's gonna be going to our delicious recipe. Just let's do them like this because this is gonna bring like a lots of flavor to our food. Okay. And this looks just amazing. Yes, there's the noises of the house. Yes, the smashing the garlic. And so if you have a little bit of stress, you're gonna just smash the garlic. And that's gonna help you. Okay, so now I think that we need just like 2 more. I love a lot of garlic. That's a big problem, but I don't know. Do you love garlic? I do love garlic. Okay, so now that we have this like this, let's just do a little cuts right here, not very much. Just a little bit, okay. This is gonna give a very nice, delicious flavor. Okay, so once we have this in here, perfect. So let's remove this over here. Now, let's move this out of the way. Look at how beautiful it looks. It looks amazing. So now let's move it out of the way. And something else that we're going to need to do is we have to cut the meat. So let's start working with the meat. Let's bring everything. Here's the meat. And I'm going to clean my knife. Okay, once we clean our knife, let's bring this over here. Okay, I don't really like to use the fat. It's myself. I am not a friend person of the fat. Some people that like this. Personally, I don't like it, so let's just cut it. Some people, they say this brings flavor. To myself, I am not crazy for this. So personally, I'm not. But if you like to use it, go ahead. But I personally, I don't like it. So look, all of this. This is fat, so I don't like that. So let's put it with the debris stuff. And now let's cut these nice pieces in nice chunks. 1, 2, 3, 4 chunks. And we have a lot of beautiful chunks. Okay, all these chunks that we have over here, let's do this like this. And now let's do like a song. Let's cut in half one more time. Okay, now let's do this part right here like this. Okay, let's put it back into the plate. Now let's cut it. This is just to make like a few squares because I'm going to saute this a little bit.